All right, let's take a quick look at how to run the midterm programs. So I have the runner file open. This is not where you'll be running your code. You'll be running your code in q1.py and then q2.py. But this runner file takes care of loading those files and running them for us. So you don't need to edit this file at all, but I have it open because I wanted to show you really quick how to isolate just one of the questions. So let's say I want to run just Q1 because I just want to show you what Q1 looks like. The way you do that is you comment out Q2, which is this line over here. So let me run it, and only Q1 will run. Okay, let's give it just a second. All right, and so here is how Q1 should work when you do it correctly. Your program for Q1 should return a couple of things. The idea behind question 1 is to be able to calculate a minimum payment due to a credit card. And there are some rules inside Q1 that let you know how to calculate that. But basically, it boils down to if the minimum payment due is less than $10, then if the person's balance is less than $10, and then that is the minimum payment due. So if you look at somebody that has a balance of $8, your program should return that is how much it is due. $8 are due. Now, if the minimum balance is over $10, then in Q1 you'll see some instructions that say that it's either going to be 2.1% of the balance, that would be the minimum payment, or $10, whichever is greater. So this example where somebody has a balance of $25, the 2.5% of $25 is going to be less than $10. So in this case, the person's minimum balance is $10, which is what's due for them. In the case of $600, 2.5% of $600 is more than $10. So this person's minimum payment due is about $12.60. You don't have to worry about rounding for this project. And finally, same thing with the person whose balance is $1,000. 2.1% of $1,000 is more than $10. So in their case, they have to pay $21. So that's the idea behind your Q1 program. It is to calculate somebody's minimum balance due, and that can come out one of three ways. That minimum balance due, if the balance is less than $10, the minimum balance will be, or the minimum payment will be less than $10. If the balance is 2.1% of the balance doesn't come out to be as much as $10, then that minimum payment will be $10. And finally, if 2.1% of the balance is more than $10, then that 2.1% ends up being the minimum payment. So that takes care of question 1. Those of you that don't like math, I'm sure are happy to hear that. Question 2, so to test question 2 only, you can put a comment where it says test Q1 and take out the comment for Q2.playGame. So let's run that so you can see what that looks like. And question 1 is a game of sticks. So the idea is that there are 21 sticks and that you, the user, are going to pick between 1 and 4 sticks, and then the computer is going to pick between 1 and 4 sticks. And whoever picks up the last stick is the loser. So the idea is to try to pick up the number of sticks in such a way that your opponent, in this case the computer, has to pick up the remaining sticks, and they would be the loser. The key is that the computer doesn't really know how many sticks you picked up, and you don't know how many sticks the computer picked up. But for our purposes, I wrote my program so we can see exactly how many sticks the computer picks up. So there are 21 sticks right now. You have to write some code in q2.py to kind of do this functionality. I gave you a little bit of starter code. So you should have, the basis of the program, but then you'll have to go in and add pieces to the code. So anyway, so there's 21 sticks on the ground. Let's say that we choose to pick up 4 of those sticks. In this case, the computer also picked up 4. So that's 4 from us, 4 from the computer. There are currently 13 sticks. Okay. Now, when you do this, you don't have to write how many sticks the computer picked up if you don't want to. I did that as a matter of just trying to see exactly what was happening behind the scenes. So let's say I want to pick up another 4. Notice the computer picked up 3 this time. So there are currently 6 sticks left. Let's say I want to pick up just one. The computer picked up another 3, so there are 2 sticks left. So because I see how many sticks are left, I want to pick up 1. I do not want to be the last person to pick up a stick here. So the computer will lose if I pick up 1 because they have to pick up the remaining 1. And sure enough, the computer lost. Some things to keep in mind here is as you code this, you need to write a little bit of a check. If the user types in something other than the numbers 1 through 4, you should allow them to retry and ask again. That's part of good design for your code. All right, that's about it. If you have any questions at all, you know where to reach me. Have a great rest of your week and good luck in your midterm. Bye-bye.